Hi, and thanks for allowing me to create this total savings and wealth building analysis for you. What we've tried to do with this analysis is take into careful consideration not only the cost of your current mortgage loan, but the cost of a potential refinance, as well as the place that would best behoove you in terms of reaching that goal of financial freedom to invest those savings. You see, the opportunity to reduce the interest rate and payment on your loan and then funnel that money towards either paying off your mortgage faster or towards investing that money can have a drastic impact on your overall net worth. So, to that end, in the top left hand summary section, what you're going to see is four vertical columns. Now, of course, that first column is your current mortgage trajectory. So that would include the blended rate. In this scenario, you've got a first and second mortgage we're going to be paying off, and your current payment, including taxes and insurance, and you're roughly 27 years away from having that loan paid off on your current trajectory. The next column over is if we do a new 30-year fixed, we pay off your first and second mortgage, and in that scenario, we're going to save you $639 a month. In and of itself, it is a great mortgage strategy you really cannot lose. But what we've found is if we can help you think through the long-term implications of where to direct that cash flow, you'll be able to make a better decision. So the next column over is if we do that refinance, but instead of you dropping your payment to $3,108, which is the $639 less payment, let's just assume you set up your auto payments for the same payment amount you're used to making. Doesn't affect your budget in one iota. Same number of dollars coming out of your account. But what happens to the long-term cost of the loan is quite remarkable. So you'll notice in this scenario that your loan is actually now paid off in 21.75 years by making the same payment that you are now, cutting off a full 5 years, little over 5 years off the life of your loan. That's huge. On the right-hand side of the total savings and wealth analysis, you'll see that over 30 years, that would save you $200,795, nearly doubling the amount of savings by just refinancing alone. Now, that unquestionably is a winning strategy, but it's not the best strategy if your primary concern is your net worth and eventual financial freedom, which we also want to take into careful consideration. So the farthest right-hand option, this strategy assumes that you refinance and you free up $639 a month. But instead of spending that money or re-aiming that money towards paying down your mortgage, let's assume that you invest that money with your financial advisor or whatever platform you choose. And let's assume that you get a 6% rate of return, which is well below the long-term S&P 500 rate of return. But let's just assume a 6% rate of return. Maybe your financial advisor isn't that good, or maybe you make a bad investment here or there. With a 6% return over the long term, let's take a look at what happens with your wealth. So on the right-hand side of the total savings and wealth analysis in the very bottom, it shows a breakdown of your wealth under each of these scenarios. If you click into the more info tab with the three little buttons next to it or the three little dots, you'll pull up a more granular view of what that looks like. Well, 30 years down the road, assuming a 3% real estate appreciation rate, your home is going to be worth $2.2 million. And of course, you'll have paid off your mortgage in that amount of time. In the farthest right-hand section, you'll notice that not only is your home paid off and it's worth $2.2 million, but that $639 a month that you've been investing has now compounded to a value of $643,000, therefore making your eventual net worth $2,876,272, which is $643,191 greater than your current mortgage trajectory. Now, my job is to simply show you the long-term implications, both the savings and the wealth building potential of each of these strategies. What I'd suggest from here is we get together on a quick Zoom meeting or over the phone. I can walk through each of these strategies, answer all your questions, and then we can make the decision that makes the most amount of sense for you and your family. Look forward to catching up with you soon.